Hey, good morning. Today I'm out at the Fort Worth Nature Preserve, hiking a few trails. This is my first time here. It is on the west side of Fort Worth and borders land that is around Lake Worth. It is not free. It's $6 for an adult to get in, plus $1 for my dog. It is a very warm and unseasonably muggy Saturday morning in December. Probably 70 degrees, but quite humid, so it makes it feel much warmer. Just out exploring this park. This is the first time I've been here. They've got some quite a few trails for hiking that we're going to look at. They've got, which I don't know much about, sort of a prairie section, which I guess has prairie dogs. They do have buffalo here. So we're going to try a couple of different trails in this park. This is also a Texas paddling trail through here. There's quite a few kayakers and canoers here today. It's actually something that I didn't realize they had, and I think I will be doing that in an upcoming video when I get a chance to kayak, because it's actually pretty nice. It's in the backwaters of Lake Worth, kind of in a marshy area, so it's a very still water, lots of opportunities for wildlife. So definitely looking forward to doing something like that in the future. If the sun were out, the colors of the leaves, you know, they're pretty much all, most of them are falling or have fallen. If the sun were out, it'd be a lot prettier. It's really beautiful. You got lots of golden yellow leaves, not only in the trees, but a lot of the vegetation that is now going dormant for the winter. But it's actually very, very beautiful out here. Just a little bit of an annoyance. Passed two people so far, and don't know what it is in some cases, but you know, not acknowledging somebody when they say good morning when you're out in such a nice area. Don't really understand that sort of aloofness, but pro tip is generally kind of nice to acknowledge other people that you're hiking past or see on the trail, just by saying good morning, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Lots of crows out here today, squawking. Haven't really seen too many other birds. I thought maybe I might see some like herons and egrets, things like that, fishing type birds, but haven't really seen those. Heard some ducks, I think, but haven't seen any so far. So that pretty much wraps up the Cross Timbers Trail. The next trail I'm going to go to is there's a Greer Island trail a little bit further into the park. So that's the next trail that we're going to do. All right, so this is the Greer Island Trail. Cross a little land bridge to get over to it. It's 1.5 miles. This looks like, yeah, it's a Yopon holly or a possum haw holly, because it looks like it drops its leaves in the winter. Still has all the red berries on it. This is the little pavilion that they have here, which I'm not sure. What this is for. I mean, there's no tables, so you can't really do much here. It looks like that's a fire pit, but very dense trail through here. Much less open than the Cross Timbers Trail, at least on the island, this section of the island, and a little bit more hilly. Looks like this whole section is, it's probably gets flooded periodically because there are just massive trees downed all over the place. And it feels like the ground is wet, and so I'm guessing that the levees they have built here helps with flood control, and then this area once in a while probably gets a lot of rain and flooding, and then just weakens the soil and the trees. But they're just massive trees downed everywhere, just tons of log debris all over the place. Well, that's it for the Greer Island Trail, and that was 1.5 miles. Pretty easy trail. Some interesting parts of it. Then there's that sort of a pavilion there in the center, which is fairly close to the main part of the trail. Next is the Prairie Trail, which takes you to some prairie dog area, I think. I'm not sure if, didn't read too much about that, but that's the next thing we're going to go do. This is the visitor center, interpretive center. I think it's open, but I can't go in because I obviously have Brody with me. But oh, it's being remodeled. I'm not sure what else is going on up here. So this is the Outcrop Trail. I think I'm gonna go do this. I talked to at the Greer Island, I talked to a park staff member about the Prairie Trail, and he said they don't have the prairie dogs anymore. There used to be a prairie dog town, but he said years ago there was some sort of a disease or whatever plague that wiped out the prairie dogs, and they haven't reintroduced them yet. And he did say the buffalo are still here. They're year-round, but oftentimes they're just not really visible because they're back in the woods and doing their thing. So fingers crossed we'll drive by that area, but never know if they'll be visible or not. Probably not. This is a very rocky section. This is outcropping of this limestone, which I think the sign said is like 120 million years old, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, we're quite a ways above the lake and the river here, and there's a really nice breeze up here finally, because it's been really warm and muggy this morning, and the sun has finally broken through and the wind is up, so it feels really good up here right now. This is what I wanted. This is nice. Beautiful. Wow. Didn't expect this at all. Certainly not near Fort Worth like this. Awesome. The views. That's my quote from one of the guys on YouTube that I follow. Chris Goes Outdoors. He's up in Boston area, I think, and he hikes tons of He does lots of huge, significant hikes. And he's got a great channel. But he always comments on the views when he's out hiking. So if you're into that, take a look at his channel. Feel. Still a little nervous about a boardwalk or a bridge. Better than he was a couple weeks back. It's not so bad, Brody. Well, that pretty much wraps up this video for today. So this was a really nice preserve, really convenient to Fort Worth, and for adults only $6 to get in. I think you can buy a membership if you're closer to this area, which I am not as it's not as close to where I live. But there's other trails here too that I didn't go, so there's quite a bit of things to do. And then obviously if you're into canoeing or kayaking, this whole section is a paddling trail, so highly recommend it. Really nice, really well kept park, and lots of really nice trails and scenery. So if you're out this way, I highly recommend it. Appreciate everybody watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If not, a thumbs down, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.